Hello people, this is Power here, the review of the Kamen Rider Zi-O Cross-Z Ridewatch. So this is the campaign that got released, but this is the ride watch that got released in the campaign whenever you got the GQ driver, which as of this recording, I don't have right next to me because I just have the Zi-O ride watch next to me for other purposes. But yeah, so this is the ride watch you got when you initially got the GQ driver. Obviously I did not get Zi-O right away because of all those stocking issues. And also, most people couldn't even get this watch in the first place. So, I got it off of Mandarake for $20, which isn't bad, because this was at more obscure prices, which is why I didn't get it right away. But, yeah, it's in this plastic bag. I don't even think this, all of them are inconsistent, which is weird, because this one's like more plasticky. Zi-O we're gonna watch as more like flaky. Gem was like a cross in between, so yeah, let's just get this over with. I only did it for the thumbnail. So here's the Cross Ride Watch out of its packet, and as you can see, well, sadly, we already covered Gem, so there's not really much we can actually explain besides the fact that they, for some reason, decided to do the campaign ones weirdly, because normally they are just DX, but with the Zi-O, for some reason, they just decided that they wanted to make their own versions, which makes it kind of convoluted. So, as you can see, it does look like a DX one, obviously, because it has the rider symbol and the year. So, Cross-Z Rider symbol 2017. The button does press, and then you can twist the face, but I think we're jumping a bit too much. But as you can tell, it's not as like clicky as, and I don't know why this, it's not as clicky as a DX one. Anyways, here's the base body of Cross. It's, again, it's a more darker blue than Build, and obviously his secondary color is orange. QR code for Butaba Gamba, and Cross is 051, so he's actually after Build, because Build's 050. Again, these ones are really finicky, especially because you have to supply your own batteries, which is 2 LR44s. As I stated before, the build of these are literally just basically these. So, comparing Cross across Magma, because I already did cover this one. But, yeah, literally these are the exact same thing. It's just that they engineered the twistable face and how the sound cycling works. Speaking of the sound cycling, let's get straight to that. So you get his announcement. And there's his description. Basically, it's like Gattax, or Gattack Coffee was basically Crosses. But again, if we actually do this again, it will actually go back instead of if you did like this. So that's technically the thing that they tried to make it so it was a pseudo DX, but it's not, because these two are the same build, just how their innards are, just how like this button activation is like without being set in the GQ driver mode, it's the same. So anyways, speaking of the GQ driver mode, let's get straight to that. Now, it bothers me that they keep promoting this ride watch with Zi-O just because that's what the belt came with, but obviously because Gates is a secondary rider, Cross is a secondary rider, just pair them together. So obviously, just like typical other ride watches are in DX, you have to hold down the button. And we got slide in as normal. Blue screen. So as we get across the screen, which we already saw through here, but what we actually got unique here was his transmission jingle, because as I stated before, the campaign ones are actually original. So like Gem had his own original theme, Cross had his own original theme. I think it's a weird choice they did pick Wake Up Burning from his transformation, but at the same time I think it's unique. Now I can't verify if the cross part of the melody is actually used in here, because I feel like the magma in here is literally using the instrumental as its melody. So we get the Dragonic Time Burst, which Draconic comes from the Draconic finish. I don't know. I like calling it the Draconic finish, even though it's Dragonic, but yeah. And for giggles, if I can haul over here, because Gates only did this once. Oh, it's off. So, like, obviously we can copy what he does. And we gotta reset this. Yeah. That's right. Just be warned, you're not gonna see this again. This is the last time you're probably gonna see it. And then last but not least, Decade. If I can actually insert it. Obviously, he's a build rider, so he will just only say build. Overall, what I think about the Cross Ridewatch is that it's actually a pretty neat ride watch, and a neat look at what could have happened with the Gashapon Candy toy lines, but because they were too concerned with droppage, they changed them up. Yeah, I actually kind of excuse me, but something in my mouth. But, I would have liked if this was the way. Like, I would agree with one of my friend's statements, Josh, that this is how the Gashapon Candy toy ride watches should have just been, but they wanted to be more inconsistent. So, and also, like, well, as of now, I'm recording, there's only one of these left on Mandorake, but it's like used for 15. Honestly, you don't really care about like pristine package like me that only like you needed it for like the first minute, and then go right ahead and get it. But please do not get this ride watch for like $40. Don't even get it for 30. Just wait for it to get cheaper. That's what I had to do. Which is really difficult. Which is why it's really difficult trying to recommend this ride watch, because it's so. It's not obscure. That's Decade Gekijoutai. But this is like one of the second most hardest ride watches to gain. I'll say third because O's is probably up there. But this is one of the most difficult ride watches to get. So get it when it's really cheap. New or used. It doesn't matter. Your preference. Again, if you're not a stickler towards like, oh, I I need the cross track, but I don't know what to get. Again, the cheapest option is Cross Magma, and if you really want only DX only, but you are like, well, I still want Cross and Gem, but I don't like the campaign formats, then go get Ridewatch Special Set Volume 2. Obviously the DX versions of Cross and Gem are not these ones. It's Cross Charge and Zombie Gamer Level X respectively. So, but I'm pretty sure people would prefer that. So, you have many ways of getting this, which is pretty nice. So that'll be it for this review. This is Power, and I'll leave you people. Bye.